live. This is my first actual live on YouTube, so that's actually quite exciting. And I haven't been able to, upload all the videos and everything the way that I would normally do for all the zodiac signs. But I want a bit of love right now. So welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, fantastic. Welcome back. Welcome back. And this is just a general reading for all the zodiac signs. So we're going to start with Aries. It is a general reading, so whatever resonates with you, accept it in your heart, and whatever doesn't resonate with you, you just release it with love and you let it go. Okay. Deep breath in and out. Okay, and whatever's for you, you accept it in your heart, and whatever's not for you, you just release it with love and you let it go. I'm also running a special at the moment, 30 minutes reading where you can put in one question if you'd like to put it in there, and it's $11 for that. I'm going to put all the details down below, how to order that, but what you basically do is you send me a recent photograph. A selfie is absolutely fine, and if you have a question, you just add it to that. You can pay through PayPal, and then you just please send me the email from the address you would like me to send the reading to. Okay, so there's no confusion. Fantastic. All right, so without any further ado, we're going to get right started. I hope everybody's doing okay at the moment. I hope that everybody is in that space of love at the moment. The world is a little bit crazy right now. There's a lot of fear going around. There's a lot of anxiety going around. So I hope that everybody's doing fine. Please remember to be safe. Please remember to be mindful. And let's not let the energy of whatever's happening in the world take us in our hearts to that dark sort of space. Okay, so let's still be nice to one another. It's so very important. Okay, just put it like over there. That's my beautiful rose quartz there at the back, and that's the crystal. It's all about love, and so just want some beautiful love to be sent to you guys. And it's my beautiful crystal elixir I take every day, unlimited potential. Let's get going, starting with Aries. So I'm going to draw for you an oracle card and just a few tarot cards. Not going to do too much clarification, otherwise it's going to be an incredibly long video. But just wanted to connect with all of you, have some love coming your way, supporting each other during this time when I really feel that we all could do with so much support, so much love. All right, so a card popped up right there for Aries. Just over there. Get you some tarots. Three of them. Okay. So let's see what we got. So first of all, Aries, we have got narrow pathway for you, and the card came out in reverse. Okay, and I understand that at the moment, things are a little bit stressful, things are a little bit tense. Everybody doesn't quite know where everything is going, so things are a little bit worrying at the moment. Okay. Try your best to not let this throw you off too much. Now, I know that it's probably easier said than done, but try your best to not everything that is happening that that you almost go into that space where it's just complete and total, blinker sort of thing. And it's just worry and stress and concern and, absolute calamity and going crazy. Try not to let it happen. And when you do come into a space where it does feel that everything becomes so incredibly overwhelming that you've got no idea how to deal with everything, and it's just like, try to breathe some positivity into that space, okay? And try to breathe some calm into that space. And try not to let the world drive you too insane. My cat is calling. Give me just a moment. Are you coming? Sorry about that. Okay, so And here's a reminder for all of you, really, Aries. And this is obviously, when we say Aries, it's for sun, moon, rising, and ascending. And I also like you to focus in my readings on Venus because I like to focus on love. And not just romantic love, but also love for yourself, inner child love. Um, that connection that you have with yourself, that relationship between the logic and the emotion, the heart and the mind, all right? Because that is one of the most important relationships really that we can have going. And even though it might feel that you're a little bit lost and it might feel that you don't know what to do and it might feel that life is throwing in all different directions, there's a reminder for you, Aries, that you do know what to do, that we never put out the choice, that the source that created us is forever by our side. And so we can always open ourselves to the magic of life flowing through for us. Okay. Um, there with black tourmaline crystal for you. Black tourmaline is an incredible crystal because it's all about protecting your energy field, your aura. Um, if life feels that it's going a little bit crazy, then black tourmaline is actually a fantastic crystal to have around. It's also really amazing to help you ground. Um, so if you do feel that really that things are a little bit upside down for you at the moment, then black tourmaline will be an incredible crystal. And in fact, you don't always have to have the actual crystal with you because if you're always going to have all the crystals that everybody tells us that we must have, we're going to have a lot, which I do because I love them. But you can also align yourself with the energy of that crystal. Okay, because the way that crystal healing really works is that the human body is mostly made out of water and you open yourself to that energy. So say for by our body to that protective energy as if you had black tourmaline with you if you happen to not have any. Okay. Cards there for you, very interesting. All three of them in reverse. In fact, there is Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Justice card, all in reverse. Okay. And first of all, don't doubt your own strength. Don't really doubt your own capability, how capable you might be able to, or how capable you might be of dealing with a situation that in fact you thought you might not be able to deal with. Okay, so really kind of give yourself some credit there and remember that the moment of power actually lies with you. So when you claim that inner energy and when you claim that inner power and the inner love of who you are, then life flows in a beautiful way. There we go. The moon and the page of cups. In order for you to get what it is that you'd like, for to have those dreams coming true, for all those beautiful things to open for you, Aries, what you really want to do is you actually want to open yourself to your emotions. And so instead of kind of running away from it, you actually want to open yourself to it. All right? Perfect. So that is Aries, and of course, if you want to have a personal reading, you can always order that. That's $11. All right. So next, we are moving on to the beautiful sign of Taurus. Let's just get my kitty here because he's gonna go crazy. That's Leo. Hey, Leo. Please be on there. All right. Let's see what we got for Taurus. What guidance do we have for Taurus? It's way too many cards. The Taurus always like to go and throw a party. Okay, but let's just get you one or two cards there. You're beautiful as angels. I'll take that one. And what guidance do we have for you for today? What guidance or strength do we have? It'll just flow and just let your life work out in such beautiful ways. Get you some tarots. I mean, look at you styling, Taurus. Look at you styling. Okay, so got cat hair all over. So we're first going to see what we have. Expand your horizons. All right, be open to vistas sort of flowing, to not be too how would we put this? And when I say we, I'm talking about the collective. Be open to new, wonderful, incredible things to kind of just come into your life, Taurus. Unexpected things, unexpected blessings, unexpected offers that you didn't actually, thought would happen. People just suddenly being there for you, and saying, hey, you know what? I was thinking of this and I was thinking of that, and would you actually be interested in that? And, so you can actually kind of look forward to those beautiful surprises. Also, a lot of dreams that you might have had as a child. Some of those dreams might actually just happen to kind of come true at the moment. Remember, and it's so amazing when I said that, I'm looking at the time and it actually said 11:11, which is about new beginnings. So this might actually be a period, Taurus, where because the world is so much calmer inside. So because of that, there is a lot more, or there's a lot more actually quite cool for you. All right. So, and as I always say, if this is for you, if this is what you'd like to have, claim it inside your heart, open it into your heart, claim it and put it inside your heart. And if it's not for you, don't go and worry too much about it. Release it with love and let it go. Okay. Next one there for Taurus. Most people are just trying to survive. So don't be too hard on others. I think especially at the moment, because there is a bit of fear and a bit of anxiety and those kind of things that are happening at the moment, the world is going a little bit crazy, all right? And I think now more than ever, it is so important for us to come together. It's so important for us to open our hearts to love, to support, and I think to just be a little bit more understanding of each other. And I mean, if you're anything like me, I love going out there and giving my opinion and letting people know I don't approve, But now is a good time for us to really kind of remember that sometimes people are scared, sometimes people are afraid, sometimes people are uncertain, and sometimes we just need to be a little bit more understanding. Okay. Crystal energy there for you, Taurus. Morganite. All those relationships that, and when you say relationships, it's not necessarily only romantic relationships, but this is all relationships really. The relationship with yourself, the relationship with the universe, the relationship with source of all, the relationship with your light side and with your dark side. Okay, all of that is really healing, coming to a point where things might have been feeling a little bit heavy for you there for a stage, but you're kind of coming out of that and you're kind of rising above that in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way. So that's absolutely fantastic. And then look at the tarot that we have for you. We've got the Three of Swords, the Strength card, and the Three of Wands. This is sexy. Okay. So, yeah, for a lot of you, you've been doing that inner work, those things that were not working, those things in the past that really hurt you. And a lot of you are basically, these two cards are going together. You, in the process of really going inside that introspective sort of diamond, really, where you go inside and you say to yourself, okay, what is it that's not working? Maybe it's not always all their fault. Maybe there is some fault for me to claim here. And that is aligning you, boom, poof, right in the middle with your greatest, most beautiful, incredible potential of life to just unlock, to just unfold. And if you've been worrying about some money, I do see some money coming in there for you as well, which can really be, it doesn't have to be physical money. It can be an offer. It can be that, that the right person mentions you to the right other person. So that is actually quite amazing. Okay, so for a lot of you, you're coming into a period where a lot of the concerns specifically pertaining to money that you might have been worried about, that is getting resolved for you. Okay. And of course, hey baby. And of course, if you want us for a 30-minute reading, okay, I'm going to put all the details down below as to how to go about ordering that reading for you. Okay. Gemini, this is your general guidance reading for Gemini. Let's see what we got for you. Don't you guys think Geminis are so exciting? Like, oh, I just find them such a breath of fresh air, really. Okay. But also, don't kind of overexert yourself there, Gemini. Okay, be kind to yourself. Remember to be kind to your heart, and remember to be kind to those things that might have not been working out. Because a lot of times, what Gemini does is they try to be there so much for everybody else, and then in the process they actually neglect themselves. Let's see what we've got here for you. Go deep and explore your roots. Okay, so something that can quite easily happen. Baby, do you want to be inside or outside? Do you want to be outside? Okay. The way this cat is running my life. All right. So, what something that can quite happen very easily with the Gemini is that because you can be so mutable sometimes, and this doesn't work out for you, you are able to adapt easier to situations than what the other zodiac signs might be able to do. This is obviously if you are Gemini, as in the sun sign, as in an actual Gemini, or sun, moon, rising, ascending. It depends on how much Gemini you have in your chart. Like, I'm a Cancerian, but I've got a lot of Gemini in my chart, and let me tell you one thing for certain: it's interesting. But even though you're able to adapt so easily to situations sometimes, it still doesn't mean that it doesn't actually cause you stress, doesn't cause anxiety. Okay, so you want to be mindful of that. And it's like my ears going and zzz, which normally means that I kind of hit something, hit the nail right there on. So this might be a very good time for you, Gemini, to go inside and ask yourself, okay, who am I really? Like, at my truth, at my core, deep down below, who am I? What defines me? Have I maybe lost my way a little bit? And I feel for many of you, the answer is going to be yes, that you might have lost your way a little bit, but it's also time for you to get that back again, and you can do this right now. Okay? Give yourself more credit. Be nicer to yourself. Be kind to yourself. In general, Geminis can be so beautiful to everybody else, but sometimes when it comes to your own personal capacity, you can actually be a little less nice to yourself. So you don't really want to be doing that. Okay. Kindness, this is one of the most beautiful crystals. It speaks about letting go. And a lot of times, people will say if you want to have beautiful dreams, you have to sleep with a kyanite next to you, which is true. But what it actually does is we have those beautiful dreams in any case. What the kyanite helps is it helps you to actually remember those beautiful dreams that you have. Okay. And so Gemini, it's really time for you all to kind of let go of a whole lot of baggage that you might have been carrying for a long time. A lot of you might not even realize how to let it go. You open yourself to more beauty to just kind of flow into your life. That perfect sort of soul plan, life plan that we all put together before we incarnated as souls into human form. It kind of opens the portals for that positive possibilities to flow through for you. All right. For tarot, there we've got for you the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. All right. So really, this is so fantastic because initially, remember, you are being asked to ground, to give yourself more credit, which obviously brings you into that heart space more, and also kind of letting go of a lot of things that don't serve you positively. Because for many of you, you are at the end of a cycle that might have been very, very challenging for you. But also remember, at the end of a cycle, you're going to a new cycle. So a vast number of you have learned the lessons that you needed to learn. And now it's time for you to implement those positive lessons that you learned into your life, so you can actually start off, start benefiting from those. Okay, so you've learned the lessons, and now it's time for you to start benefiting from the lessons that you have learned. Make sense? Okay. Really go inside, unlock that creative side within yourself, and really ask yourself, who am I? How can I contribute to the world? How can I contribute to my own positive experience of life? Okay, and really go for your dreams. Don't let yourself be held back by no. Okay, go forward and really experience your life. Actually, at this card once and the Ten of Wands. So yeah, instead of fighting a whole lot of fights that you might be fighting, that you actually don't have to be fighting, actually letting those go and moving forward into life in ways that just going to benefit you. So if it's not serving your soul positively, let it go. Okay, let it go. Don't hold on to it. If it's not serving you positively, forgive what needs to be forgiven, forgive who needs to be forgiven, and set yourself free from the pattern that might not be serving you best. Okay, cool. If you want to have a detailed reading, I've got a special at the moment, $11 for a 30-minute reading, and there all the cards are going down to the floor. What is that about? What is that about? What is that about? So let's put them all together. There you go. Be good cards, be good cards, be good cards. And next we are having the sign of Cancer. Okay. All right, let's see what general guidance we've got for Cancer. If you're just joining the reading at this part, welcome. I always say that I always recommend, I know I didn't say it in the beginning of this broadcast now, but I always feel that if you come across a video, you know, be it on YouTube, be it wherever, because I do go live on Facebook quite often as well. But I always feel that when you come across it, that you're actually seeing what is meant for you. And even though, you know, you do like pick a card sometimes, or in this case, you know, pick a zodiac sign, I always say, whatever feels right for you, go with that, you know. And if it means that you have to watch the whole video or you watch the whole video again, then do that and see what it is that you might get. Because remember, we all have everything in our chart. So you might be a Cancer, but you've got Virgo and you've got Libra and you've got Aquarius, you've got all those things happening. That one wanted to come out. Were you? Oh, beautiful. You've got all those things happening in your chart, and everything affects us all the time in any case. Okay. Sexy, sexy. Where was that card deck? There we go. All right, let's see what we got for the sign of Cancer. The moon is beautifully waxing at the moment. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? I've got cards floating all over the place. All right. So Cancer, beginning of new cycles, new beginnings, new starts. A lot of you have been like emotional sponges, really. You know, you've been taking out everybody's emotions and everybody's feelings and everybody's stuff. But it's like for many of you, you're tired of that. You're like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm going to let this pattern go. I'm not going to entertain this anymore. I kind of had enough. And it was that sort of feel of I've had enough that actually kind of brought you into this new sort of energy where you started to ask a question that a lot of you might have not actually have asked before, which is really so. Now that I have accepted my own, you know, fed upness, so to speak, what will I do next? Where will I go next? You know, what are my possibilities now? Because now it's almost like, you know, if you've been like this emotional sponge for everybody, you're like, I'm going to try out the sponge now. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm done with it. Okay. I'm going to release this. Okay. And that card asks you the very important, or actually kind of gives you the very direct guidance over there. Create space for new love, for new things, for new wonderful, amazing things to happen in your life, to come into your life. So really, whatever desires you might have had for your life, really move into that space where you can actually accept that it's possible for those things to come true for you right now. Okay, so whereas you might have been in a little bit of doubt before, you were like, I don't know, is this ever going to happen? Now, okay? The red jasper, and red jasper is all about the root chakra. It's all about grounding. The root chakra for the 9 chakras, it starts with grounding, which is so important because remember, you are a soul that is having a human being experience and you want to honor that experience. Okay. And I know a lot of times I speak to so many people and they want to unlock their third eyes and they want to astral travel, but in and all those things are really good to do and to channel and to whatever, but you want to first and foremost be, how would I put this? Be respectful to the fact that you are a soul that's having a human being experience here and now. And that it's all about grounding, that is about your earth experience. And as you honor that earth experience, the most amazing thing happens. All those other stuff that you wanted to do in any case, you know, all that astral traveling and, you know, channeling and third eye opening, because it's a process, it happens by default in any case. Okay. So by remaining focused on your earth journey here and now, everything else happens for you sort of automatically. It's actually quite magic the way, you know, life works, because literally for you at the moment, Cancer, less is more. Okay. um to each other. So if you can, amidst the storm, when everybody's going, you know, and everything is going completely gaga, and you say, you know what, I'm going to pull myself into this moment of peace, into the moment of calm, and I'm going to be open to the idea, at least, that something incredible might happen when I least expect it. It actually will. That's the magical thing. All right. What are these two cards that were in advance? So we have the Queen of Wands, and look at this. So we've got the King of Wands in reverse and the Devil in reverse. Okay, Cancer. So yeah, if some of you've been, it, and I suppose it's totally understanding at the moment, but for some of you, your emotions it's conflicted. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. You know, it's like when you open sort of like a packet of whatever coins or whatever, and you throw it. It's all over the place. Um, but then a very strong reminder there for you, a very, very strong reminder there for you, Cancer, is that you are still, at the end of the day, the one that is in control of your emotions. And if it feels like everything is throwing you all over the place, sometimes what you need to do is you just need to say to yourself, hold up. I'm going to not let all of this happen to me. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be easy. I'm going to be breezy. And I'm just going to let life flow. Okay. I'm going to be open to the greatest good. But that starts with you actually taking control of your emotions. Okay. And you always have a choice. Two of Swords there in reverse. You are never really a victim unless you allow yourself to be one. Okay. Pause there for a moment, I'm sorry. And next we are having Leo. Hi. Okay. So let's see what general guides we have for you, Leo, starting with a fresh, beautiful, brand new deck there for you to see what general guidance we have for the sign of Leo. I think there was a little bit of a blurb in our features before that. There's an underwater cable that has been damaged that is affecting the internet in South Africa at the moment, and that is why I actually haven't been able okay, you're falling out, so we're going to take you. That is why I haven't been able to you know, do all my weeklies and upload them, and I missed you guys. Really, you know what the world needs. That is just a little of, oh, Leo, look at you styling. Look at your styling, look at your styling, look at you all styling. All right, so Leo, embrace you. Walk in that, oh, what is it? So there we go. Wondrous universe. Walk in your beauty, walk in your light, walk in your energy, walk in your Leoness. Okay? This is not a time to put yourself anywhere down there below. This is not a time for you to tone yourself down. This is a time for you to shine. This is a time for you to shine like that beacon of light on the mountaintop. So if you have been in the mood to be excessive, to be dramatic, to go out there and to just, I don't know, be flamboyant and just show the world who you are, now is the time, because everybody actually needs it from you right now. So your contribution to the world is to almost like want you to kind of dim yourself a little bit down right now. And I think because the world, they're feeling kind of dystopian, you know? So they kind of want that unapologetic sort of glamour that you can be, that you naturally are, to just shine. Okay. Many of you, if you're kind of going to dim yourself at the moment, you're kind of trying to tone yourself down, you will get horribly depressed, and you don't really want to do that right now. Okay. Some motivation there for you. It says there's a deeper reason for each of your questions, and seek it. Really be open right now to the idea that you are incredible and you are fantastic, and that you've got that, not just the X factor, but you're like a triple X. Okay, you're like XXX. And instead of, again, trying to turn yourself down, something which keeps on coming up is you really want to shine now, because the world needs you to shine right now. They need that sunshine. They need that light. And Pyromaphite, which is a crystal that speaks about patience. Be patient, not just with the world, be patient with yourself. Okay? I think a lot of you are feeling like you're going absolutely crazy at the moment. You're going absolutely bonkers because you're feeling caged in and you're feeling without options. And it's like, everything is just kind of, flipping crazy, mad all over the place around you. But at the same time, look at the tarot cards that came out for you. The Magician that says, you know what, you can do anything now. You always have all options available to you. Just because you might feel that you don't have them doesn't mean that that is true. Okay? Everything that you need has forever been with you. You may feel that you don't have it, but that doesn't necessarily make it true. Shine beautifully bright. Okay? There's this term that the the younger ones amongst us, or the millennials, as you would call them. I don't know if I should use that term, but that say like unapologetically leveling up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Oh, okay. And then look at the card that you got, Leo. That's the actual Leo card. So be you. The sun is the card that is all about flowing with the emotions, flowing with being that positivity when it seems like all the chips are sort of down. You come out there and you just shine your light. And it is that shining of your light that brings everything to you, and that not only serves you positively, but it also reminds other people of the beauty, the love, and the light that they are. Now, typically Leo style, you got 3 cards where other people just got 1 card. But how fantastic is this? Because look at what you got. You got the Magician again. Coming out the first time, the Magician came out again. So the Magician is really saying to you, you've got this, Baba. You've got this. You're in this moment where you can potentially shine. Your ship is in the harbor. What you want is right here. And the entire universe is supporting you right now in what it is that you want to have. So that is general guidance for Leo. If you want a detailed reading, you can order that from me. It's $11 for a 30-minute reading. Next, we are going with the amazing sign of Virgo. Right there. Just writing in the timestamp numbers there. Otherwise, I have to sit through the whole video when I put in the timestamp. Hi, Virgo. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is for... Oh, sorry about that. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending, and also looking at your Venus and your Saturn, because this is all about positivity, love, light. Not just love in a romantic sense, but also the love with yourself, the relationship with yourself, because I think that is the most important relationship that we can have in this world, is the relationship with ourselves. Because when the relationship with ourselves is healthy, then everything else actually just works out. All right, so we're halfway through. We've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. Now we're doing you, Virgo. And after you, we're doing beautiful Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and we're ending off with Pisces. So we're kind of taking it all the way around the zodiac wheel. Look at you, look at you, look at you, look at you. Isn't this beautiful cards? All beautiful, shining and light. Let's see what guidance we have for you, Virgo, from the universe. This is Virgo time. Look at this. So first of all, crossing bridges. This card has been coming up a lot. For those of you that might be following me on Facebook or on Instagram, those links are down below. You would see that I think it was yesterday, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was yesterday that this card came up. It's a general guidance for everybody. And in my personal readings, it's been coming up a lot as well. Okay. And it says it's time for healing, connecting, bending, and releasing. So a lot of you would be at a stage right now where it's sort of like you can feel inside that what it is that you want for yourself, those dreams that you want for your life and for your heart, it's there. You can feel it, you can experience it, you can sense it. It's almost sort of tangible, So even though it kind of exists, not yet in the physical yet, it's so real to you that it's almost sort of tangible already, and you might feel a little bit in limbo. You're not feeling quite here or there, but this is a good reminder. First of all, those feelings are not your imagination. You're not going cuckoo and crazy, okay? And now is a good time to say to yourself, okay, what healing, connecting, mending, releasing do I need to do? And maybe not even just for yourself, but the collective consciousness. How can you help everybody else to do that as well? And that is just really by sending out beautiful, positive energy, wishes, um, well wishes really for everybody else. If you like to pray, you can always pray for the greatest good of all. If you want to send positive energy, meditate or whatever it may be, you that amazing sort of natural ability that you have, Virgo, to just help everybody by simply being you, kind of just let that shine out in the moment into the world. And then in your own capacity, you stand in front of a mirror and really just give gratitude, look into your own eyes and say, I know that positivity is coming my way, and giving gratitude for it. Thank you for this coming. Thank you for that coming. I know that if it's love that you seek, or a job, or a finance, or whatever, really, move into that space of gratitude. Almost, it's also like saying to the universe, "Yes, I do want it. I'm on board. I am on board with this." All right, and then life just shines. It's like a flower that opens in the morning sun and on like a dewdrop, and it's all sparkling and it's very, very sexy. Okay, so for many of you, this is a wonderful period. I mean, come on. Can it get any more obvious? Your treasure is at hand. It says it right there, black obsidian. Black obsidian is an incredible crystal. Some of you may or you may not know, there's a lady that used to live. Her name was Dolores Cannon, and she was a hypnotherapist, and she was one of the people that really sparked my interest in hypnosis, and that had a very strong influence with me becoming a regression hypnotist, because it's amazing. But with her clients, there was a lot of channeling, and they use black obsidian a lot because it protects your energy field, your aura, but it also really aligns you in such a sense, all of you really, that it's like the positive energy of the universe can just flow to you, and there's no secrets to you right now. So open yourself to that energy, Virgo, where there are no secrets to you, and that life can actually be pretty, pretty incredible for you. Because there's Queen of Cups. This crystal is all about abundance, and it's also confirming for you that what you want, too worried, too concerned, get your stomach in a knot sort of thing about what might be working and what might not be working, that sort of stuff. Actually, when you kind of get into any sort of, confrontation, contrived emotions, whatever, what you want to ask yourself before getting involved, like, does this actually even serve me? Is it worth the energy that I'm going to give it, or should I just step away? Because look at where you're heading. This is the Fool is a card that lets you know, don't you worry. That's really everything that we've been talking about so far. Whatever it is that you want to have, it's already there available for you, and look at it. What a powerful way to end your general guidance reading there, Virgo, the Ace of Pentacles. So for those of you that have specifically been worried about money, beautiful solutions coming in there. Can be looking forward to some kind of offer where somebody goes like, hey, we've been looking at you for a while, and we think you might be perfect for this, or you might be perfect for that. So that is actually quite sexy for you, Virgo. All right. Also remember that if that's a general reading, take what resonates with you, and what doesn't resonate with you, you just release it with love and let it go. Okay. But if you want to have some more details, you can order yourself a detailed reading. I'm putting all the details down below. 30-minute video sent to you, and it is $11. I'm running a special. I'm feeling I want to do my bit to help the world. So, alrighty. So, next we go with Libra. Let's see what we got for Libra. Let me just move this a little bit across. And this is so fantastic, Libra. I'm just sharing this with everybody, really. But this is my unlimited potential crystal elixir. I've been taking it every day. I am in lockdown, as a lot of parts of the world is at the moment because of the coronavirus. But I've been saying to myself, you know what, Adrian? And of course it fluctuates because I'm human. But I've been saying to myself, you know what? What is the point of you hopping and jumping and going all crazy? Just be cool. Roll with it, roll with it, roll with it. Do what you can, and, what you can't, you can't. Let's see what is the general guidance we've got here for Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. How are you all doing, you sweeties? Okay. Ooh, this is exciting. This is exciting. This is exciting. This is exciting. Okay. Um, so grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. All right. Libra, now is the time for you to celebrate whatever it is that comes your way that just sits well with you. So whatever comes your way that sits well with you, that puts that big the blood in your veins, it's like this having a little disco party over there. Yourself to that, okay? Don't feel that because maybe those around you might not be having the greatest time that you have to do that as well. Of course, we still want to remain respectful, but don't dim down the joy that you feel right now, even if it means that you must celebrate in private and you go to the loo and you go like, yes, 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 you know, feel that positive vibe as it flows. Now is not a time for you to put a lid on your jar. And actually we had, okay, I know it's only the beginning of it now, but we actually had something very similar for Leo. And Leo's timestamp is 29 minutes and 23 seconds. So you might want to go and check that out as well. Okay, if you haven't looked at the whole reading and you only jump straight to your timestamp, I'll check Leo out as well. 29 minutes and 23 seconds, which is obviously in the description box also. Everyone is doing their best, okay? And yeah, sometimes we situations differently. Okay, that's a good reminder. We all deal with situations differently. And where some people can start through a situation, another person might find it almost impossible to deal with. So just a reminder there that first of all, we're not all the same. We need different sort of flow, energy. Some of us, just naturally can rise above a situation. Others of us need a bit more time to feel things. You need to be a little bit down for a bit longer. And I mean, the incredible thing with you specifically, I'm sorry, Libra, I don't know why I keep on showing, but they say I must show you, so I'm showing you. Crystal Elixir, they make the unlimited potential. It's amazing, actually. Also, maybe just even open yourself to the energy because, of course, at the moment you can't buy it from me because I'm in lockdown. But open yourself to that unlimited potential in life that it's almost like you're presented with an opportunity at the moment to not only shine in your own personal capacity, but to help everybody shine. So you're almost like a magician at this point in time with that magic of who you are and how you can just kind of balance the equilibrium sometimes. Now is the time where you can really come in handy, not just for yourself, but for everybody else as well. Okay. Cuprite, rites of passage. Okay. The thing about Libra is that because you almost get like a bird's eye view of things sometimes, you get almost like a broader view of situations often than what other people do. It is only natural for you to sort of have a broader understanding, naturally. Okay. And often you would know what is best for others better than they might actually know themselves. I always say if you really need somebody to de-escalate any sort of situation, get your Libras. Okay. So at this point in time, a lot of you might be putting out a lot of fires, but this could also be fires within yourself. You really want to look inside and ask you, has there actually been a lot of ideas and thoughts that I might have entertained within myself that really weren't serving me in a positive way that I never actually needed to have in the first place? Okay. So that's a good question to ask yourself at the moment. This card is also the highest card in the minor arcana. For those of you that don't know, the tarot comes in two parts, the major arcana and the minor arcana. And this card's the highest card because it's about letting go of those things that don't serve you positively. So for a lot of you, that's if you do that inner work and see, I've been very focused on this and focused on that and maybe put a lot of time, money, energy, effort, all that sort of stuff into something. But is it really still the best plan for me? Okay. And as you do that sort of self-evaluation, you naturally move into a space there with King of Pentacles where things naturally actually just work out better for you. And it's a beautiful coming together of things. A lot of you might go into a space where you get married, where you get engaged, um, where, where, where you sort of do stuff that naturally you might not have done. Okay? With a hanged man. Don't worry, it's all coming. So it's about really taking the time out, going inside and say, what thoughts might have I have um, entertained before, which actually might have served you positively before, but no longer is, that it's kind of time to let go of those now. Okay. And then, of course, if you want to, so that's everything that I have for you. Sorry, Libra. And if you want to have a detailed reading, I'm also running a special 30-minute reading. All the details are down below. I'm sending you a downloadable video, and it's a very special rate to support the whole world of $11 only, 11 US dollars. Okay. Let's go with Scorpio. Hey, Scorpio. Scorps. How you doing? How's your tension and anxiety doing? Everybody doing okay? Sending you some love. Sending you some YouTube love. Okay? Let's see what we've got there for you for your general reading, your general guidance. How can AD serve you? How can AD serve you? How can AD serve you? I'm not able to give you the weekly readings as I normally do. Internet is not so great and so sexy, and I'm on lockdown in South Africa, but you know what, man? We make the best of what we've got. We make the best, we shine. All right, let's see what we got for Scorps. You take whatever resonates with you, and what doesn't resonate with you, just release it with love. Okay? Shout to the heavens with happiness, embracing enthusiasm. This card is saying to you, know what, Scorpio? Things are not, and this is just life, things are not always going to work out the way that you'd like them to work out. It's not. It's not. That's life. That's part of the deal that we sign up for when we come here. All right? But also, the other part is that we coming here as souls, we knew that we are divinely protected. It's going to come out for us. Okay? Or let's rather put it this way, that we knew you would never be alone. And I always say this, just because you don't know what the solution is right now, just because you don't know what the solution is, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Now, if you look back on your life, look back a year or two ago, at anything that you thought you wouldn't be able to get over, yet you did, because here you are, And so, again, just because we don't see the solution doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So as you open yourself to the idea that there is a perfect plan, and you align yourself with your soul plan, with the beauty, with the divine, with source, and you go to the heavens and you're like, I may not see the solution right now. I may be feeling scared right now. I may be feeling a bit of anxiety right now. I may be afraid right now. I'm tripping all over the place. But I know that I'm not alone. And I open myself to universal guidance and support. That is how it actually comes through for us. And you get the beautiful heart space that goes like, boop, 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 boop. Okay, that supports us. What do we have here? It says, if they once loved you, they still do. Okay. And what does it say there at the back? Thanks for every single time you ever fell in love. Sometimes you've got things going on with love. That's just life. Okay. Whether or not it was obvious, whether or not it lasted, whether or not they loved you back, it changed everything. Actually, you always loved back. You will always love back, because there is such a vast soul family that we have that's always by our side. But of course, in the human perspective, we want to feel that love. Okay. But something to bear in mind is that we all go after this twin flame journey, and we've made this twin flame thing so sexy, and everybody's looking for their twin flame. And it's really become quite boring, because what happens is that as we're looking constantly for our twin flame, so many relationships, good relationship with excellent potential, go down the drain, because we're forever looking for this twin flame. Are you my twin flame? Are you my twin flame? Are you my twin flame? The twin flame journey's got all to do with you, not with anybody else. And when you move into that space, funny enough, where you don't actually need anybody, but you would like to have somebody, that is when the magic of the twin flame journey actually comes out, because that is really what it's all about. Okay. So in that sense, to get us to where it, because remember, life is a journey, and to get us to where it is that we want to be, sometimes some people are going to do crappy things to us, okay? And it is as we work through those crappy things that we don't really want that we get to where it is that we want to be and what is going to actually serve us, best and most beautifully and most optimally. So bless everything that happened in your life. Bless everything that's happening now. Bless everything that happened in the past. And by doing that, you move into what is that beautiful crystal there for you, opulence, with success. And this is all about releasing all those emotions here in your solar plexus where we hold a lot of our emotions, okay? And I'm also a water sign. I am a Cancerian. So I feel totally overwhelmed by emotions and everything that is happening. It's my cat calling in the back. But as you as you open yourself to the simple divine truth that there's so much more happening. We're part of a so much bigger plan. Then you go from that space where you might be feeling trapped because to realizing that you were never trapped. Because look at this is such a beautiful, beautiful tarot cards coming out here for you. 8 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. So sometimes we perceive ourselves to be trapped, but if you look at the character there, you see that if you can maybe sometimes take it easy in life, so instead of feeling that you have to rush around because you are tied up, and there's no point in imagining something being what it's not. So you're like, okay, so here I am, this is my situation, this is what's happening at the moment. But if you can move through life, maneuver gently, with love, with peace, with harmony, with respect towards everybody, but also towards yourself. Okay, then you can maybe cut yourself a little bit loose very gently there, and you might get a little bit of a cut, but it's better than amputating yourself over there completely. And then as you open to the idea that maybe other people's thoughts and stuff, they're not so bad, they're quite okay. That's how you move into that space where every desire of your heart that you actually want comes true. Okay, forgive the past and let it go. And oh, 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 scopes, look at this sexy new part. How do you get yourself onto a new beautiful wonderful path of life? Is by being open to the idea that things can flow beautifully, abundantly, and incredibly for you. Okay, so that's all for you, Scorpio. If you want to have a detailed reading, I'm doing 30 minutes readings at the moment, setting your video, all the details down below, running it at a special for $11 only. I'm feeling so generous and it's making me so excited because I've got so many readings coming through and I'm able to help so many people, and I love helping people, so it makes me excited. All right. So next we have got Scorpio. Actually, sorry, no. My apologies. Not Scorpio. Sagittarius. Sag, sorry about that. Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, look at this. I am starting with a sexy different deck for you. Okay. So it's different deck of clarifiers. Let's just move this over there for those of you that know me. My name is Adrian. Hello. I'm from the beautiful Cape Town in well, not from it. I grew up in the country, but I live in the beautiful Cape Town in South Africa, and it is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. There we go, there we go. Let it flow. Let's see what we got for you, Sagittarius. General reading for you. Whatever resonates with your heart, you just accept it with love. And what doesn't resonate, I'm going to get another one there for you because there's a little bit of a jumpiness happening. Okay, let's see what we got for you, Sagittarius. Everything is smooth sailing in the flow. Okay, now I know that you in general, this is just generalizing, but in general, Sagittarius, they don't always like to go too much with the whole mushy, emotional, sort of hearty, butterflies and flowers type of thing. You can be a bit more straightforward to the point, kind of liking like your routines and stuff like that. I find it also a lot when I do my numerology charts for clients that when they are a Sagittarius, they or have a strong Sagittarius in their chart, there seems to be quite a certain sort of flow that's happening over there, and that's fine because the card says you are in the flow. So you sometimes you feel that life is funky and things are happening around us and it's so overwhelming and it's just kind of completely throwing us. But this card reminds you that everything is still happening perfectly. It might not feel that way because there's a whole lot of new sort of evidence presenting itself at the moment. But um, at the back, so you think of life like this, okay? So think of life itself as a computer. Like take, for example, this is my other mobile phone. Okay, so imagine that this is the screen is life, okay? But the rest of everything else is actually happening inside. And when I say everything else, I mean not just your body, not just your energy field, but the whole universe, the cell phone, the network towers, all those sort of stuff. So no matter what happens on the screen, a lot of what's really happening happens inside. Okay. And so the same thing with life. Regardless of what the almost the front of life is, at the back, everything is still smooth sailing, smooth running. So if you do need to ask for help, if you are feeling a little bit of touch, a bit out of tune, ask for help. Ask for help. The universe is always available to give us help, but we need to ask because that honors our free will. Okay. And see me in their eyes. This is quite a profound card. This is very much about whether you are connecting. So if you're going to connect and if you're going to open yourself to the connection, okay? So whether you deal with a different person, be it a person that is still within this life, or be it a person that might have passed, is now in the beyond, when you kind of think and reflect on, I feel for a lot of you, there's emotions coming out, raw emotions, things that you might have think that thought that you dealt with is now kind of coming out, and it's sort of heavier. Um, so before going to the point where you open yourself to, be it confrontation or be it the, just reflection or letting go, or all these emotions that might be coming up for a lot of you, things that you really thought like, I dealt with this, I'm done with it. Suddenly they're coming up. But remember, first of all, when they crop up, it means that your mind says that you are ready to deal with them. Otherwise, they won't come up. So you are ready to deal with it, first of all. And secondly, when you look at whoever, try to do always your best to remember that maybe they didn't know any better. Maybe they didn't have that kind of insight at the time. Okay, so try to look at situations and people, bearing in mind that that we are all divine beings, and even though we don't always fully utilize our incredible connection to source, that we are still actually quite incredible. Okay. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That we are still. I'm trying to find the right word. Divine beings of love and light. We just forget it sometimes, and sometimes it's easier for some than others to get past that. And look at your crystal for the hematite. So yeah, as you can move in. So before going to confrontation, if you can move into that space and open yourself to that simple knowledge that we are all divine beings, and we are all love and light, and we are souls having a human being experience. And sometimes, as I always say, we are all soulmates that are walking each other home. Life is a journey, and the destination for all is actually the same. We're all going to die. As we move from the soul plane where we move into this life, we move into the next. But sometimes we come in here for incredibly powerful lessons, and in order to learn those lessons, sometimes we need some people to do things to us that are not so cool in order for us to actually, I'm so sorry, learn that lesson. Okay, so cards that came up for you was the Hermit and the Ten of Wands. All right. So when it comes to forgiveness, when it comes to letting the past go, when it comes to working through those emotions that may be feeling very heavy and that may be feeling very contrived, be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Take your time. Rome wasn't built in a day. All right, new foundations doesn't have to be laid in a day. Take your time to find clarity and perspective before you move forward. Okay? I feel that this is a card that kind of flipped out sideways earlier on. For you, it feels like a lot of you with the relationship with money, also about feeling like you deserve things and to move onwards. A lot of you, that relationship's a little bit trippy at the moment. The Two of Pentacles says to you, don't you worry, Sagittarius. This is all part of a new balance. You are rebalancing. You are. It's like there's a new kind of picture coming for you in this world. But it's not 100% colored in yet. So it's still in the process of making and becoming as we all are. Okay. So have patience with actually the world. Okay. They don't always catch up as fast as you actually do. Because such a misconception sometimes that people feel that, I've heard this before, and it makes me sad when I hear it, because I believe we can learn something positive from every side. Because like, us Sagittarius are so cold, you get nowhere with those people with emotions, but they're beautiful. Um, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. That's for sure. All right, and that's just this card. Do what's right for you, Baba. Do what's right for you. Do what's going to make your heart smile, your heart sing. Okay, fantastic. And then, so that is for Sagittarius. And then, of course, if you want to have a personal detailed reading, all the details are down below. I am running a beautiful special for everybody, $11 for a 30-minute reading, which I send for you as a downloadable video. So if you are in lockdown or quarantine or just got questions, whatever it may be, the answers are right there. It's only 11 US dollars. Okay. Next we have got Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. How you caps? How you caps? How you caps? How you doing? General reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending. Also, look at your Venus, and oh, look at that, and your Jupiter, because this is all about love. This is about your power, personal power. This is about your energy. Capricorn, things are working out. Ugh. I feel that some of you might feel that your light has been dimming, but now it's coming through like a flashlight. Okay, you might have felt there like, oh, this message is just powerfully coming through for you. So, Capricorn, let's start off with your light is shining brightly, reaching your destination. So while a lot of people might have a lot of questions and they don't know where they're going and they might be feeling a little bit lost, here comes Capricorn and you're like, here we are. Okay, shining brightly. It's like as the whole world went into a more calmer peace, state of calm and peace. As a lot of the animals, which I thought was so beautiful, is kind of coming back into the spaces where they used to be before, where a lot of those dreams that you thought would never be reached, made peace with the fact, there they went, it's not going to happen. Boom. Yeah, your dreams are coming true. Yeah, you're like, what? Like what? Where you might have thought that certain things were never going to happen. Many of you were okay with sort of settling for the alternative. You were okay with like, yeah, it's not going to happen for me. It's all right. I'm going to settle for this in love. I'm going to settle for that. Look, listen to my stomach roaring. I'm hungry. But, a lot of you thought, this is the end of the road for me. You were like Boys to Men, and it was all a little bit dramatic and like, although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. There was that, it's so natural. You belong to me. I belong to you. But really, in all seriousness, for a lot of you felt that you're going to settle because you felt that what you really wanted, it just felt that it was never going to happen. It was never going to come to pass. And now all of a sudden, they are, or in the near future, it's like for you, there's like just this offers are coming through, and some of you are starting to feel very strong and very confident and very artistic and very expressionate, because suddenly what you thought would never going to happen, suddenly it seems so possible. And you're like, what? How amazing is that? How beautiful is that? Okay, I'm just gonna open the door for my kitty. Hello, are you coming? Hello, 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 hello. So cute, it's the cutest cat ever. Um, I may be a little biased, but I think he's the most amazing cat in the whole wide world. Um, and so, yeah, a lot of you are coming into your moment, into your shine, into your oomph, which is beautiful, Capricorn. It's so, so, so beautiful, and you really deserve it. Love is never in vain. All the hard work that a lot of you put in there, um, everything that you invested, it's coming back to you in such beautiful ways, so multiplied. And you know what happened is a lot of you were so focused on what it is that you want, going for it, uh, but you forgot to go into that space of surrender. And funny enough, when you went to the space of like, whatever, you actually went into the space of surrender. And by going to the space of surrender, you actually did yourself the biggest favor of all, because everything just opened. And Cox and I is saying, new beginnings. Okay. New beginnings, new starts, new happenings, but also new potentials coming out there for what it is that you actually wanted to now just come true, and now just be possible, and now just flow. And it's just, a lot of you are kind of going that space where you're going like, is life on a roll here that it just wants to bless me, and why not? If that is for you, you open your heart to that, and you let life bless you. Okay. No, 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 no. You're gonna stay here. I know. Yeah. Let's see the tarot cards that came out for you. Queen of Cups, Six of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Swords. Okay. So those big dreams coming true, and also those smaller things, those things that you thought might not come. I feel for many of you, which is so beautiful, where almost a sort of setup where you might have settled for something and say like, you know what, now this is not going to work, so I'm kind of going to do this instead. What's actually happening now, which you might not have expected, is that almost kind of like what you settled for is kind of really coming through so boldly, so beautifully, like this amazing sort of sunrise coming through. It's just coming through for you so amazingly, as well as what you thought would not come through. So it's kind of like you're getting the whole deal, and with all kind of beautiful side dishes, and you're kind of getting your parcels that you get to take home as well. So it's kind of like you're on a winning streak, which is amazing, and I like that, because I think the energy for Capricorn has been a bit challenging for a while there. So I like the idea that things are working out for you right now. Like, okay, and the High Priestess, highest card in the major kind of part of the, it's like saying to you, open and embrace and let it come through. And so for so many of you, difficulties of the past there with Eight of Swords is coming up, but it's like, whereas it might have make you feel so weak before, and you've got no energy and you can't go forward, you are on this positive riding wave all the way right now, and it's just working out for you. Isn't that cool? How cool is that? How cool is that? How cool is that? Oh, that's kitty. I know I spoil him. I know I spoil him, but he gives me so much love. And life is all about appreciating those things that give you love. It's all happening for you. As you open yourself to those emotions, Capricorn, it's all happening for you. And I like that. I like that so much. Okay. You want to have some extra details about that, and where life is going for you. I am running a beautiful special at the moment, $11 for a 30-minute reading. I send the reading to you, a downloadable video, so you can look at it and you can look at it again. Because sometimes when you look at something once, you miss some things. And you look at it again, next time you go like, oh, look how sexy this is. Aquarius. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, you Aqua babies. General reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending. Also look at your Venus and your Jupiter, because this is about love, the beautiful connection that you have with yourself and the universe. Oh, okay, sorry, so what's happening here? Okay, so somehow that one's just right there in my face, so I'm just going to take you, but let's just make this sexy, because we still have to do Pisces after that. And let's see what we got for the beautiful sign of Aquarius. It's like it's just flowing for you, hey? It's just flowing for you guys. Oh, let's see what we got. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. It's time to be styling. I mean, we're in the age of Aquarius. It's styling time for you. Let's see. Wise leader, obviously. Okay. You are a beacon for others. I mean, let's just face it, if you're looking for, a beacon of light for others, Aquarius is probably your best bet because you come from the beautiful, positive side inside your heart, which is amazing and lovely. And what I like is my best friend is an Aquarius, and it's so funny. We had a conversation yesterday, and I was thinking, like, is there anybody else in this world that if they say to me, do this, I'll just do it, instead of just going to Google it and research it. And it's like, you're the only person that actually, if you're going to say to me, Adrian, do this, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to ask no questions. I'm just going to do it. Okay. And that is the wonderful thing about Aquarius, because you have got the ability, the natural ability to just set people at ease. You usually, generally, the best thing to do in any case. Okay. So let your light shine, be that beacon of light on the hill that shines down and just guide everybody. The world needs so much guidance right now. And because you naturally come from that point where you want to just help everybody. I mean, some of the best astrologers in the world that I know are, well, not in the world, but some of the best astrologers that I know are Aquarius, because you get to see this really vast picture of everything that's happening. So the world is really calling you forward, and the universe is calling you forward at the moment and saying, you know what, Aquarius, it's time for you to step forward. Come out from behind that plant that you sometimes want to sit and just watch and observe everything, and the world is so fascinating. And sometimes you're like, oh, I wish this person can just get it, and I wish that person can just get it. It's time for you all to step forward now. Okay? Step forward. Start a TV show, start a radio show, start a blog, start a YouTube channel, start with the people around you. But the world needs guidance right now. And this is basically what you've been preparing for all your life. A lot of people want to reach the north, but they don't really know where the north is or how to get towards this north. Okay? And you can step forward with that natural sort of leading ability, but because you're also naturally so beautiful inside and you've got that sort of inherent humbleness going about you, you are able to show people towards the north in the best possible way for them, which is incredible. I think that's a beautiful gift to have. Okay, and all there is to love has been there all along. So really, there's a strong misconception that sometimes Aquarius can manipulate others. But then, and I mean, especially in my practice, as an NLP practitioner, sometimes you're able to see what is best for everybody. And they might not be able to see it themselves. And if you can point them in that direction and lead them in that direction, and your intention is still the greatest good of all, what's wrong with that? It's almost like, imagine being a parent to a child. We're not saying that the child is stupid, but the parent usually knows better. And then by guiding the child towards a way that's going to be best for him or her, you're really helping that person. And that is a magical ability that you have to help people realize really all the oomph that they are. Okay. Opal joy. But don't forget, very, very important, Aquarius, don't forget to place yourself first. Don't get so into helping others that you kind of fall behind the way lines, that you then end up becoming a victim, that almost your anxiety gets too high strung because you're so much there for others. So very, very important. Okay? Look after your own heart first. Always. Find even ways to remind yourself to, okay, so this is time to meditate. This is time to calm down. This is time to take a break. This is time to have my coffee and sitting down and actually having your coffee, your water, your drink, or whatever. And even if you feel that you don't need it because you're in such a role, pull yourself back, give yourself that well-deserved break. Okay? And here's the thing, a lot of you sometimes feel that in order for you to deserve that break, you need to have actually done something to earn it. No. The simple fact that you are born, your birthright is to enjoy your life. Okay? You don't have to deserve it. You were born deserving. And what? Citrus potential in life. The more you actually step into service and find a way to serve, and you will see this with all the great leaders in the world, really, the Richard Bransons and the Oprah Winfreys, and all these people that are doing really well. They're doing well because they are serving others. They are reaching others. They're helping others reach their greatest potential in life. And I mean, what in this world can be more fantastic? I've been looking for my purpose for many, many years and I couldn't find it. And more out of frustration than anything else, I was saying to God, like, whatever, if I can't find my own purpose, I'm going to try my best to help other people. But then my life started to shine and I love it so much. Okay, so yeah, again, be patient with yourself. Take the breaks that you need. The world just opens up for you more and more. It is like the red carpet has been rolled out for you, and they just kind of threw a couple of diamonds on there and says, okay, Aquarius, you kind of walk your walk. Okay? Do that inner work. A lot of you are shying away from doing that inner work, and so helping others, but don't shy away from your own inner work. Take that walk into the dark night of the soul. Put on that crown of yours and say, dark night of the soul, I've got my flashlight, which is the light inside your heart. I'm coming for you all. Okay? You don't have to have your own life fully sorted out before you can actually help others sort out theirs. Because it is in portraying that you could also be feeling off your mark, don't know what to do. It is by being willing to show that to others that they actually get more faith and trust in you. Because when you think about it, when somebody always have life sorted out, we become a little bit apprehensive to ask those people for help because they seem so kind of like, high above us. But when you can have that human connection, then everything works, and that is your superpower. All right, so don't try to appear like you have it all sorted out. You don't have to. Okay, fantastic. You want some more personal guidance over there, Aquarius? I've got a special running at the moment, a 30-minute reading at $11 US. All the details are down below. I'm sending you a video with your reading. Okay, you can also put one question in there. Fantastic. Next. Let me just see, sorry. And we're ending off with Pisces. All right, so we've gone through all the zodiac signs all around the wheel, and we're ending off with beautiful, beautiful Pisces. Hi, Pisces. General reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, in Ascending. Also look at your Venus and your Jupiter, because this is all about, okay, you got two cards, that's fine. What is it in life that really, oh, there's another one. See, what is it in life that really works for you? Just to reach your greatest potential. Okay. I love Pisces. I love Pisces. My mom is a Pisces. Love Pisces. I've got this other friend also who is this amazing, beyond amazing tarot and oracle reader, true psychic medium, which is a Pisces. And oh, that girl rocks. All right, let's see what we've got for Pisces. Let's end it off strong. Okay, standing in the truth and the honesty and the love of light of Pisces. Okay, ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Okay, I can totally understand this at the moment, Pisces. Some of you are having the hardest, toughest, emotionally draining time in the moment. It's like you feel that like you've gone the distance, and it's almost like you should have been done with the distance now, but it still feels like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Why is this so hard? Many of you feel like it's not even like you've hit the wall. It's more like it might almost feel like you've been deceived by life, that you thought that you're on your winning streak on your path, only to walk the path and our wall has been built around you. So a lot of you are feeling surrounded by a lot of negativity and a lot of stress and a lot of hardship and a lot of like, oh my goodness, I just can't take this anymore. Okay. And then, and I love how cards always work. So you got two cards. It says uncovering treasure, behind the surface lies great bounty. So just a powerful reminder there, Pisces, just because it feels like everything is falling apart doesn't necessarily mean that that is the truth. Okay, there is a great lesson for you to be learned in all this hardship. So not to worry, everything is not completely lost, because look at what you got for a crystal oracle there, Hermit Diamonds, and um, Hermit Diamonds is incredible. This picture actually doesn't completely portray it for how it looks. It looks like actual diamonds. And when you make, for example, crystal elixir, or if you're using like crystal healing, or you do like, Reiki with Hermit diamonds, I actually have Hermit diamonds. I want to get myself some. It's about unlocking all those deep potential and those dreams that sometimes you don't even know you have yourself. Okay, so a lot of you are going through a lot of hardship, but life is really, I won't really say trying to toughen you up, but prepare you for all the magic that's coming your way that you're not even aware of. Okay, you have what it takes. You can do this. You got what it takes. A lot of you are feeling right now. You are feeling so all over the place. It's like a fish tank that doesn't have enough water in it. It's almost like you're struggling to breathe, but you can get through this. You've got what it takes to get through this. Okay, don't feel that you don't. Let's see, what are your tarot cards that came out. 10 of Cups. How beautiful. How that potential in life, that more fantastic sort of life than you thought is available to you. You actually going into that life. So for a lot of you, things might have been quite challenging, but you're moving to a point that it's just plain sexy. Okay, it really, really, really is. New beginnings, Ace of Swords. A lot of you are being kind of toughened up so you can remain the beautiful person that you are with the beautiful energy that you have. But life is preparing you for a lot of actual beauty that is coming your way, and it's kind of toughening you up towards that. Okay? Because look at that with Queen of Wands. You are going into your abundance, you are going into your shine, you are going into your prosperity, and so many things that might have thrown you left and right and center all over the place before. Look at this. Is now just kind of working out for you. I mean, look at this. Aces, aces, aces all the way. Ace of Cups. Abundance, prosperity, flow. What is abundance for you? 10 of Cups. Financial situation certainly working out. Comfort's working out. Emotion, you're going to, and even though it might feel a little bit contrived at the moment, because it doesn't actually feel like life is even supporting a lot of you, and you're like, what's going on? Why is this even happening? You are kind of elevating to a new way where you are still in control in the flow with the emotions, but even in a more powerful way. So for a lot of you, there's a lot of what is called light codes, sort of potential, dormant potentials you haven't been aware of, is unlocking in absolutely beautiful ways to serve you in a future that keeps you smiling all the way to the bank, all the way to the garden, all the way to your heart, all the way to everywhere you go. And so it is. Okay. Fantastic. And Pies, if you want to know more about in a personal sense, you can order yourself a personal detailed reading. They're 30 minutes. I send them to you as a downloadable video, and it's $11. Okay, fantastic. So that concludes our reading for all the signs. May it serve you all in positively beautiful and abundant ways. And know that I pray for you, know that I love you, know that you are hyper important to me. Feel more than welcome to join me my channels. So I invite you to follow me on Facebook. I go live there quite a lot, where I do individual readings as far as possible. I'm posting on Instagram, so I'm putting those links down below. Follow me on there as well. For now, thank you from my heart. Namaste, love and light. My name is Adrian H. Nelson. I'm a holistic wellness practitioner. I live in the beautiful Cape Town in South Africa, and You can check out my website. I'm putting the link down below. But I specialize in Reiki, crystal healing, angel healing, NLP life coaching. I have to remember all of this. I do space clearing, regression hypnosis, obviously tarot and oracle card readings, and I am besotted with numerology. Love you as well. Okay. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Love and light. Bye.